That's enough out of you, sir.
That's enough out of you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, شباب الصبايا والشباب, الرجال والنساء أو
الرجال
النساء,
والنساء.
الرجال والنساء,
Yes, sir.
الحيوانات,
I don't think we have any animals watching this, but some might consider themselves animals. You know, them they vibes.
الأهرامات.
Yeah, some pyramids in here.
What else? Something? Any other thing you want to name?
I don't know. You're working on your fusha apparently.
صفيحة.
Sfiha, sure.
Yes. Welcome back to the podcast. Very nice to be back.
Should be facing your monitor or your camera at least. There you go, sir.
I actually never face it, by the way.
Last time you did, 2 days ago.
Did you enjoy me facing it? هيك give you the eye contact. هيك انبسطت فيه. I knew هيك شفتك مبسوط.
Yeah, I did.
Did you just bleep yourself out?
I can believe my.
I like it. I like it.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
Let me tell you. First of all, I want to
sir.
have a little rant about Al Rifai again.
Your
My wife is
favorite mixed
Al
nuts.
Rifai, bro. You know. So first of
Shit
all,
ain't cheap too, by the way.
well, it's not cheap, and they force you into buying mixes that have shelled objects, shelled nuts or legumes or whatever, shelled nuts in there, you could say. Now, first of all, I hate shelled nuts because it's an extra step of me to consume said product.
Well, you're buying the pre-packaged ones.
Yeah, I'm buying the prepackaged one. I'm buying from RFI.
Yeah, you're buying Al-Rifai, the one that's in the supermarket. I'm saying you can go to the actual Al-Rifai on Salwa Road and then just get what you want.
Or they can package something مثل عالم وناس and then wouldn't have to worry about it.
Listen, Jude, I'm pretty sure they're fairly certain that you want peanuts with the freaking nuts around them, like with the.
Oh, Habibi, how did you know? Like, that's what I want. And also, so you know this assorted mixed nuts bag here, right?
Yeah,
So let me show you this bag here. Let me show you here. If you look at that logo there, when you look at this, can you see that's clear yet?
it's not zooming in. There we go. Okay.
Oh, because my face is in the way.
Okay,
There.
there we go.
So have a look at this here, right?
Doesn't look like there's any shells in there.
No, there's one. There's one of these. There's one pumpkin seed in there, right?
Okay,
Now,
pumpkin seeds, yeah.
yeah, it's like so on the cover there. It's like one or two pieces of pumpkin seeds. Subhanallah, bro. When you open that bag up, bro, pumpkin seeds, bag of pumpkin seeds. I don't know. I was getting pure pumpkin seeds in this bad boy. Arifai, I've made this comment before, and I'm fairly obsessive. I would make it my mission to keep pinging you out for this until you correct this, or someone gets on my podcast from Arifai and tells me why they do this.
I feel like we need to get someone guest starring on your podcast so you can interrogate
Anyone know
them.
anyone from Arifai? You get on this podcast and you
Similar
talk to
to
me.
Elon Musk and BBC, but Jude versus Al-Rifai.
It's the people versus Arifai because it can't just be me who's upset about this. Arifai, they need to
I
sort
don't
this
buy the
out.
pre-mixed stuff, so
Yeah, see, because that's how the other side lives, bro.
we all got the same 24, bro.
I'll bet it's got the 24 and 24.95 on top of
I've got
that
that
bad
24
boy.
Glock.
That's what it is, brother. So it's false advertising. Like on the picture should show the ratio of the nuts inside there. Because Habibi, if I can put a mixed nuts, I'll be like, oh yeah, that had
What
one
if you
cashew
sue
in
them?
there. I'm not going to sue them. Their money's
Why
in
not?
Lebanon. It's stuck in the banks. It's pointless.
That's
Not like
pointless.
making
Yeah,
it.
you're not gonna get a dime out of them.
Yeah, they'll pay me in the LBPs, bro.
قد ايه بدك مليون؟ ايه مليون.
Bro, like, but when you start the
$10, bro.
lawsuit and finish the lawsuit, the currency would have just devalued so much anyway, so it wouldn't have made any
عن
difference.
جد حرام.
Yeah, lying on. That's neither here. I think that's probably the least of their issues in Lebanon. Arifai nuts at the
Yes,
moment,
sir.
but anyway, that's a topic for a different day. Now we are approaching the final few days of Ramadan now.
The critical days. Tonight might be a big one.
That's a big one tonight. And I also see that people are starting to, move back into their old ways, better.
Teeter off the edge.
No, I think we shouldn't teeter off the edge. Apparently, so I was watching this one guy. who was saying, yeah, like I know a bunch of I every year in Ramadan there's always some Muslim who dies drunk driving or dies in the club or
Oh, was that the
dies in
sheikh?
some.
Like that, like
Yeah,
African sheikh
dude.
you saw on TikTok?
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude. I was just like,
yeah.
I'd actually
He's
feel,
like, boom, first day of Eid, died with liquor in his mouth.
dude, that's just such a GG in the chat. Could you imagine? Could you imagine that happening to you though? You know,
Oh,
you did
bait
all
shutter,
that.
bro.
Right, is shadow, bro. Of course, طبعا. I'm not saying, but could you imagine like the imagine being the person's parents, imagine being all that. Imagine just hearing that. You're like, wow, we got so close.
This dude really sold it at the end.
Oh, and if you, you know, مكتوب لك الموت at this very time, bro. Literally مكتوب لك الموت at this time. So you could have had it either way. You could have had it if you just didn't do the, you know, you didn't commit, you didn't engage in those activities or those tasks or whatever. You could have had it the straight path. You'd have been, you know, you're on the express route, the
Yeah, your last
travelator.
few days
So,
would have been on the
it would,
holier side.
oh, no, it would have been the straight path, bro. But and it makes you think, man. It makes you think. You
Instead,
don't
you
know.
decided to take a massive U-turn off a
Oh,
cliff.
dude. Oh, it's not even the U-turn, bro. You're just you screwed it. You screwed the pooch on that one. You went down. You went down doing the bad, bad.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if like I'm not the one to judge and dictate the person's life, but I would feel if I was in that grave and I knew what I just did, and you wake up in that grave and you're just like, oh, shouldn't have been doing that. I
Oh,
think
100%.
you're in for an uncomfortable ride.
100%.
You think you're in for a very uncomfortable ride.
We'll never know, but assumptions can be made.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You never know. Assumptions can be made. That is true. And so yeah, like so I asked you this before, and you said you see people, you know, Eid night, they're going hard again on Eid.
Oh, I'm sure
You
some people like the last day will go hard.
what? What do you mean last day?
Boom, iftar, yalla, woo!
No way, no one does that, bro.
I
You're t-
guarantee you there's some.
people who go hard the night
I
of.
will bet money there is some.
It actually makes me really sad. I actually love Ramadan. It's probably the most fun I have all year is in
This year,
Ramadan.
in all fairness, it blew by.
Oh, was it? I loved it. I love each day. I every day that comes in Ramadan. It's such a treat. I feel,
Yeah, it's a
you know.
blessing, bro. Be
Yeah, it's so
thankful.
nice. Oh yeah, I'm thankful. And you get to see, man. You know, my grandparents they were getting older, and you know, my
Allah
grandma she
rahmatullah.
was yeah, yeah. And you just notice something where so my grandma's like well she stops fasting now. She's not longer fasting because she's quite old now, and it's like difficult. It's not actually safe for them to do so for
Well, I'm
blood
assuming
sugar reasons.
they have like medications and stuff that they
Yeah, yeah,
like
they have lots of
definitely
things that
have to take at
it's
certain
not safe
times.
for them. And you get to see her when she describes it. You know, still feels bad that she's عم تفطر. Like you know, she fasted
Guilt,
80.
bro,
You could
that
say,
guilt.
yeah, she's fasted 60 something, 70 years of her life, and now
Yeah.
they're no longer fasting, and it's such a big shift. And you could just, you know, if you ask them, what would you like? Oh, I'd love to fast one more Ramadan. And it's so
Yeah, man,
you take that for granted, that feeling where you could do it because people think, oh, I get to have a break, I get to do that. It's not, bro. It's
bro, you take a lot of things for granted when you're healthy in general. Like, when you just get like hypothetically, you get like a little bit of a cold, right? Like you get a little bit of a cold, your nose is like slightly blocked, like maybe you're coughing a little bit, whatever. You're like, "Oh man, come on, like, can I please just get my nose to unblock so I can just breathe normally?" Instead of like
oh,
mouth breathing and stuff, and then you breathe normally, and then you don't even think about it. Like that doesn't even cross your mind ever again until you get sick again.
and I think Ramadan really lets you appreciate those things even more. Like you're saying about health, and you're saying so the best example is there's two examples I always think of when you're sick. Sore throats are some of the worst things that could happen.
Yeah, true.
Well, not so much in terms of overall health, but they're just so frustrating.
Yeah,
When you have a sore throat, you sit
and
there
you're
and you
swallowing
just think,
knives.
yeah, and you're just thinking, like, what would I give to not have a sore throat at this very
Hundred
moment?
percent, 100%.
And it's swallowing, bro. You're thinking it's just about swallowing, and what would I give to swallow without pain right now? I would do
100%.
anything for it. And then the second and like, it's just how humans are. The second you don't have a sore throat anymore, it's
You
as
don't even
if
think about it
it's
ever.
not even done. It's not even an issue, bro. You don't get that appreciation from it.
No, 100%. You don't appreciate something until you don't have it.
I met this guy a long time ago when I was quite young who went to prison,
Okay.
and he was in prison for, I think, 17 years.
Damn.
Yeah, he went to prison 17 years. He went in when he was 20. He came out at 37.
Sheesh, for what?
It was nothing. It was he was in some African country where it was just some political stuff happening, and
17 years in prison is a long
for not
goddamn
he didn't do
time to
it
be in
like
jail.
he had it was just something stupid. He just had an opinion, and he's
They didn't like
he
it.
wa- yeah, they didn't like, so he went in jail for 17 years.
Crazy.
And this guy now, he describes what he does day to day, because, like, 17 years in prison, you're not going to come out same. You come out as a person who's been to prison for 17 years.
Yeah,
that
100%.
that never shakes off
That
him.
becomes your life.
It became his life. And the way he described things afterwards, so for example, in the morning, right,
Yeah.
his shower routine is 2 hours.
Every morning.
2 hours. And I was like, he doesn't shower for 2 hours, but he just enjoys every grind of getting hot water out of a shower.
Yeah,
Can you
yeah.
imagine?
Until the water stops being hot.
Oh, he doesn't stand in the shower for 2 hours, but he just enjoys the hot water. He takes his time in the and he was saying, "Oh, in the when I was in jail, we had 5 minutes, 4 minutes, and you had to be done.
Yeah.
You don't get to sit on the toilet for an hour. So you're squeezing it all out, and you're
Punch in,
out."
punch out. You got
Yeah,
4
exactly.
minutes.
You're on shift. So nowadays, he comes in, he takes his time, everything. He just enjoys, maximizes the things that he didn't have for 17
Every
years.
single day.
Yeah, every day.
Well, yeah,
And he lives
when
his
you
life.
haven't had those things for 17 years.
So, for example, he listens to music, right?
Yeah.
And he will just go and listen to music, and he'll just sit there. I could never do. He just sits there and just turns the speaker on. Everything he does is just dragged out, because he also says in jail, you want that one task to take as long as possible.
Yeah, to make the day go by.
Yeah, so he even carried that forward, where so he would go and he would just, like, he would sit there, he would set up the speakers, he'd make everything real. So cooking, for example, he said, when I came out of prison, cooking was something, when I used to cook in jail, it was like a 3-4 hour thing, because you want the day to go by, so you cook for 3-4 hours. So when
Yeah.
he got out, he didn't know how to cook any other way, so he'd cook for 3-4 hours.
Yeah.
I just small things like that, and these are all things. Going to the bathroom is something you don't even take for granted, but it's probably the biggest blessing you have. I honestly, just being able to get that relief, because people with prostate issues and shit like that, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of things, bro, like running water, electricity, all that kind of stuff. Like, it never crosses your mind until, like, you sit down and, like, you have a discussion about it. But, like,
And
your day to day, like, everything you do day to day is definitely, like, a privilege. Like, you're definitely one of, like, the privileged people, you know what I mean?
yeah, and that's what Ramadan really wants you to accept. That first coffee in the morning on Eid, when you have that
Oh, yeah,
morning
yeah.
coffee.
You still have a little bit of guilt going into it, like, it feels
Yeah.
a little weird.
Oh, it feels weird. You feel real happy that you've done what you could, you did what you could.
And the day just has this weird energy to it, you know what I mean? Like, there's
Oh,
just, like, good energy throughout the day, like, people are happy, like, it's nice, man.
yeah. I mean, I'm waiting for Ahmed to get on here, and Tanzim, because I would like their perspective. We're gonna discuss, probably the next episode is, so we had Ramadan traditions, but now we need to go into Eid traditions.
The best time would probably be Thursday night, the night before Eid.
Slap night. That's what it's called.
You could
Slap
do it you
night.
could do it you could do it like, we could do, like, an hour or 40-minute episode where you just kinda round up
Oh,
what you kinda got through from Ramadan the first 20 minutes, and then the second 20 minutes is, like,
we did that.
going into Eid.
We did that, like, literally last episode or 2 episodes ago, right?
Yeah, yeah, no, I know that, but I'm just saying now that the month is over, or
The
when
month.
it is over on Thursday.
Yeah, we could defo. Is Zabrini fasting, by the way?
I think he's, been on strike.
Oh, he's
He's
on
like
his
those,
menses.
Palestinian prisoners that just doesn't eat.
Oh,
He's
he
been
just
on hunger
can't.
strike.
Well,
He hasn't lost
he's
a lot of weight due to his hunger strike, though, it's kinda concerning.
is he even deflating at all?
He is a little bit.
Oh, really? The
Yeah,
seals,
yeah.
are you telling me that that carnival seal is just not, is not hermetic?
It's
Whoa.
ridiculous to think, right?
Well, that's absolutely insane
You
to
don't get a
think that.
lifetime guarantee with Zolbrino?
You should go back to the carny who sold it to you and just tell him,
Just
"Ex
carry him, just lug him around.
yeah, tell him, "Excuse me, I actually paid, 25 real for this bad boy, and,
50
it's"
reals for this bad boy.
Did you pay 50 for that?
That was the carnival game.
You had to pay 50 real for 1 game.
Mm.
You're an idiot. I don't know why you did that.
Listen, he's been a permanent guest on this podcast, so I've gotten my
He's a
money's worth out of
permanent
him.
he's a permanent guest, but you paid 50 real for a carny game.
Oh, bro, it's welcome to the Middle East.
50 real? Bet it's a car I wouldn't pay $2 for a carnival game.
Okay, then you're definitely not going to Winter Wonderland, I'll tell you that
Well, hold on.
much.
Are all the games this much?
Like, the cheapest are, like, I think 25 or 30.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to Winter Wonderland, you're
Yeah, I
right.
figured.
I'm not going to Winter Won What am I gonna do? Play a carnival game for 25 real?
Hey, man, I'm telling you, it is what it is. That's what the price is.
No, 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 there's something wrong there, dude.
They must have made so much money in, like, the 3, 4 months that they were open.
Everyone made a lot of money, I feel. I think there was a lot of money to be made, but I also feel people over exaggerate how much money they think they made
Oh,
for
yeah,
this
of
whole,
course.
because the preparation, I know, was such a huge preparation. So all that going into it, they had to recoup that cost somehow.
100%.
But yeah, any uh any new spots, like any big events happening this Eid here? Anything new
I think they have,
happening?
like, a few concerts. There's, what's it called? 900 Park has, like, events and stuff for kids and live bands and whatever and, like, food outlets. I'm sure the malls will have, like, a bunch of things going on. I think there's, like, something on the Corniche, if I'm not mistaken. So they definitely do have, like, the vibes going.
What's gonna Oh, you got that, because you're gonna have to show your Eid fit, by the way.
My Eid fit
You're gonna have
will
to show
just
the
be
Eid fit.
my regular degular clothes that I
Oh,
wear
I don't
normally.
think so. I think Bet is going a little hard this year in Ramadan. I think you're gonna go
Are we gonna see
hard.
you first day of Eid, Jude?
Oh, Bedr, you never know. You might see me first day of Eid.
Are you gonna be suited and booted?
Well, depends, Bedr. Am I gonna get an idea from you?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Why would you get an idea from me? First of all, I'm not
Oh,
working. Second of
doesn't
all, you're
matter.
the one that's working, so am I gonna get an idea from you?
Bedr, it's about age. The old give to the young, and I am considered the
I'm
young.
I'm older than you by, like, 3 months.
3 months is still older. And that's, if you're a fly, that's like 35 lifetimes. So
That's whatever I get from Ahmed, I'll hand it down to you.
oh, Ahmed, Big Daddy Ahmed, Big Daddy Ahmed's gonna he's gonna fork out those dollars, bruh. He's
Hey,
gonna
man,
get
we're all younger than Ahmed,
Yeah. Tell him we only accept euros and shekels
and
around here,
whatever he
baby.
gets from Modine, he'll pass it down.
Oh, big Modi. Oh, honestly, if Modin, if you're listening to this podcast, I would very much like to have you on this podcast. You could talk about whatever you
Oh my
like.
god, we definitely need to have, bro, Modine on here, bro.
I would honestly, it
I
would
just
make.
wanna hear him preach to you, bro.
I would listen. I'd listen as well. I
I
feel
think you should fly him out here and like, send him to the mosque next to your house to give
I'll
khutbah
let
al-Jum'ah,
let
bro.
him let him give khutbah al-Jum'ah, bro. Hey, عشان so
No
we
mashing.
no meshing and no more watching the things on the internet. It causes brain deficiencies.
What
Bro,
a special character.
he's such a guy, bro. What a guy. Bro, he goes to Speaker's Corner. I just feel sometimes I just feel like maybe not everyone's taking him seriously.
You reckon?
I'm not getting the vibe that everyone
Did
there
you
is
did you not know that he made John Cena famous?
Oh, yeah.
He made John Cena famous.
But I had an issue is that he didn't find John Cena once, bro.
He
He
found
found
him
it twice.
twice.
But then I could not find John Cena twice if my life depended on it.
You wouldn't find him once if your life depended on it,
Bro,
let
he
alone
found him
twice.
twice. Bro,
And that dude was
actually,
so annoyed with him too.
bro, the best part was John Cena remembered him the second time. Could you imagine? "Hey, can I record?" It's just like
Just holding his phone.
he's holding the camera.
What a
"Can I
nuisance to
record?"
society, bro.
What a guy, bro. He's a champion, he's a champion. Oh, there we go, 20 minutes, brother. Let's,
Yes, sir.
let's frothy Dota.
Yes, sir.